Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're gonna be playing some Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope we can all enjoy, so it's my first time playing the game. So without further ado, let us begin. Kyo. Kyo. Hey. See a young girl running towards me. Toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air. She is totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl said, "It's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself with making today." But it just kind of works out because we've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. So if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sighed and idled in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overstepped again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Kyo. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. But I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become interestingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Kyo, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already. I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm curious also that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about, Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content with just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Wow, what a geek. I was talking about how I'm worried about that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you are happy now, but I would die at the thought of you becoming a need in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me worry. Keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is an ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was facing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait it up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? So that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Yuri is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member and Natsuki make cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she is so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! It's actually you guys. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs in a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced the room around. Welcome to Literature Club, it's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Kyo. What a surprise. Welcome to the club. I should put my hand around something. All words escape in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is Natsuki is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. I'm guessing you're her. When she gets moody, Yuri says that quietly in my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. It is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it seems to me both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Kyo. Monika smiles weakly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so gently feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Kyo. We made a room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. Look at the cupcakes. I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a red tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, taking a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki will probably marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. So your grabs one first, and Monika, I follow. Delicious! So your tugs for her mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Probably right now. I sing this playful flavor. I wonder if he made it himself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this song before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you. No, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a teaspoon. He carefully places a teacup in front of each of us. Before sitting down, the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a hold, he said in this classroom. You keep a hold? He said in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted Yuri looks away. I mean, that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri friendly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? President of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm impressed. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to even prepare for events. Much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. If it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm impressed there aren't any more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it in that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so blinded by the idea of member join. So I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Kyo, what kind of things do you do like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking of after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the ring of her teacup with her finger. My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling me this story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's oblivious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it all amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. It really grabbed something I can relate to. level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with Rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Story horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Oh, Natsuki's eyes start over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud" and give it that back. Fine. Because your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up and Natsuki puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing one to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? If you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Yuri. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Kia? I got small once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of enjoying the club, I've bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my kind of thought. All four goes directly with detective eyes, but I'm sorry, I thought, you all stress. How am I supposed to get this like this? That is, if I don't I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for a cupcake, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting one night. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, can I really impress a class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, these girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Okay, since we're right here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for club. Sure, I might as well. Yay! The two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four of us. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Would I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing poem tonight. Alright, it's time to write a poem. Take words to think of your favorite club member. A little like something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, I need to click. Let's see. Doki Doki. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like Sayori. Whoa, I misclicked. What's lollipop? Oh, that's lollipop. Together. Shiny. Organizing. Boy. Hi again, Kyo. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange, maybe I at least keep my word. Well, back at the literature club, I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Kyo. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. So Yuri told me you didn't even want to join the club this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga's literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plows back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Kyo always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable, Sayori. That's because your room is so messy. It's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Kyo can become good friends too. Sayori? As if Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just puts me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori never made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy with you no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want me to. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. We could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this approximately being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks that I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled out, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a heated conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature read by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the books Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. First of all, it's our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? Isn't it a way of showing that something that speaks to their creative minds? It doesn't solve the problem though. And what do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? After they come, we can do this thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Is taking this seriously? It's rare to hear deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki will love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. I can speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies an unexpected reason I admire her. It didn't come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. I'm sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You need to get used to it. Don't say that out so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. It's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up done? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's raining all over you. She glanced around herself. Oh, is it raining all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair. It's sticking out all around here. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to try for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look at your bow. It isn't straight either. There is a toothpaste stain in your collar right here. I tried to wipe out the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. You don't even keep your blazer bottom up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started buttoning her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. What might come off? This one's so hard to close. I struggled to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever bought it, you would have noticed sooner than it doesn't even fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs are bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. So, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer bottom up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ooh, it's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily bottoms her blazer once more. Eesh, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms and twists around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then I wouldn't even let you do. I didn't even go back. You take care of me better than anyone else anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, it's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other other than we are at taking care of ourselves. I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was just joking that time. It's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share poems we wrote now? Yay! Kyo, I can't wait to read yours. Same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still brought a way to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. Session ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically put out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loosely torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting where I said Natsuki and Yuri just reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I did the same myself. Who should I show my point first? What about Monika? Let's see what she wrote. I should start with Monika. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem. I want her to know I'm putting in an effort. Hi, Kyo. Having a good time so far? Yeah, good. Glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settling. Anyway, I want to share your poem with me. Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Kyo. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past. It's that sort of barrier we all learn to get past it. That's true. And Monika, my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. That's so. You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's a kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. So you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Yuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's not unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Okay, I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Oh, that's okay. I like to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of style. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. No, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. Let's see. Well, let's read it then. Shouldn't have been seeing the direction the speckled protruders and noisy neighbors, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. A peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched. Antina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting an emphasis on the timing between words and lines. And performed out loud, it can be pretty powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the style like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific thing. You try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my best for the day. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem next? Let's show it to Sayori. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Kyo. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not good at writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. I'm sure Yuri has to be a little more distracting. Maybe you get Natsuki. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Kyo poem. That's what makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into this yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Kyo. And you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees a full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she is part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry. I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Something sunshine. I can't read what's this. My screen cam is blocking me. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. And my forehead to help me out of my bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. At least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late at school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for joining me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. The next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Oh, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It's just that I didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Now that I like it. You like it? Monkeys can climb, cookies can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's not about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Let's be honest, I am. Or are you still convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously. But this isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves. Writing itself wouldn't make the message any less vivid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write it about it. I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, Yuri is the last person to show. Yuri starts with the poem. A minute passes more than enough time to her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So is that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but know that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take a Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style that's separate from the topic matter, and they form fit to the two together. The result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into even a simple poem. You just find them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes to practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I can't read as far. Drills of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow. I'm not sure what the edit says. I should put my camera like on the right side for this. It must be this one. The last remaining she'd like to have withstood the best time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue green of the futures I bathe calms, breathing air of the present living in the past. The life flickers, I flicker back, or I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into girls, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Kyo. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, suppose you did only glance over it at all. After all, remember, poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences of their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot of solemn putting in that way. I hadn't even thought about that. It's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. I was a little more successful than anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they are just being nice, there is no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. Sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes are like Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration, while Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. You completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. So Yuri liked it, and Kyo did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Kyo liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. You're just jealous that Kyo appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overtly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what. I wasn't the one whose spools magically grew up a size or bigger as soon as Kyo started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me. I said they just noticed I was standing there. Kyo, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She can get over herself and to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? I mean, you should jump out of the reader, not force them to have a figure out. Help me explain to her. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Kyo? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, okay, let's go into it. How many is that? Natsuki? Stares at me, drying up on my words. I had in my mouth. So inside, I turned to Yuri. Yuri is expressing so defensive that I can't bring myself. Sayori, yeah. Everyone's fine making me Sayori. Everyone's fine it's making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Kyo, oh, that's her poem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Unless Yuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she is being. She would never. That's during maturity that made Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? That's exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems. They're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's books are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes up. Natsuki sits down with the blanket staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whispered to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come up as a good leader, and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. At first, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, doesn't she? She did say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes she is really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems? It was all a lot of fun. Well, I say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Kyo, how about you? Yeah, I say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And then you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I thought to myself with newfound determination. Yo, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. So Yuri beams at me. It really has been a while since Yuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. So Yuri, and about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they would make good friends with you. You know, Kyo, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone it makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situations I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I passed Sayori and Victoria. I say that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Alright, we're gonna stop here today. It was nice having fun playing Doki Doki. Thank you for joining in, and hopefully I'll do more tomorrow. Alright, so laters, bye, have a good day.